A couple of weeks ago, Manel Kape had a tremendous performance at the Apex with a third-round knockout over Kyoji Horiguchi. This sets up Kape nicely in the flyweight division with a potential title shot on the line or a title eliminator in his future. But part of Kape's shine is being overshadowed because some of his team might be beefing with each other. The Starch and Blake Avignon reported that Manel Kape's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, reportedly swung on Manel Kape's head MMA coach Eric Nixick at the event and had to be removed from the Apex. Now let's pause for a moment. If this is true, the ramifications of this are pretty huge. That means two of the people who are the most pivotal in Manel Kape's career aside from himself, his head coach and his manager, most important people in overseeing his fight camps, overseeing whether his fights get booked or not, his pay, yada yada, are beefing. Now, I haven't seen video of this. Obviously, this is all reportedly from the Starch and MMA Mania confirming this, but this is crazy. Now again, there's no video of this kerfuffle, but I gotta give a shout out to MMA Mania because they put a timeline together of Ali Abdelaziz and some of his past scuffles. In 2018, there's video of him getting in a scuffle alongside Kamaru Usman at a PFL event. And in 2021, John Morgan, who's probably the foremost writer in the sport if you ask me, he reported that Ali slapped Dylan Dennis at a UFC event. But it doesn't stop there. UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland, who was coached by Eric Nixick as well, went on X saying Ali was arrested for being a effing terrorist, then snitched on his terrorist boys. Sean also took a shot at Justin Gaethje in the process, but that's a topic for another video. But Sean Strickland was on Demon Time, calling out Ali. He would also write, F Ali, the only thing that would make me feel better is if he was standing in front of me so I could say it to his face. Now, why is Sean Strickland relevant? He's always on X speaking his mind. This is no surprise to any MMA fan. But it gets interesting because Manel Kape responds saying, Sean, it's funny how tough you act online when you're quiet face to face. You had the chance to say all that to him in person, but you said nothing. Next time, keep my friend's name out of your mouth, B-word, because you know how B you are, B. Now, Sean Strickland goes back saying, someone give this little girl a bra. Manel A. Kape. Estrogen might be a little high today. Your cycle wrong, bro? You okay? Now, some of you don't know what Sean Strickland is referring to. I believe, and I'm not sure, but I believe that he's referring to the appeared gyno that Manel Kape has shown in the past with his pectorals. It's said that when a fighter is juicing, when they're on steroids, that they might show gyno because of the estrogen. I don't know all the science about it. I asked my girlfriend, she's in PA school. She explained it to me. I didn't really get it. But the long story short is gyno could be a sign of juicing, and Sean Strickland in this message is accusing Manel Kape of doing that. But Manel Kape would respond, the problem is you've convinced yourself you're a bully. You're not. You were the one getting pushed around. You're an insecure guy who found confidence through MMA and now mistakes a microphone for courage. Stop acting like a tough guy. Deep down you know exactly who you are, parentheses, that scared little girl. You grew up picking tomatoes and potatoes while I was already living the life you fantasize about. Now this is crazy. These guys have the same head coach, so you have to think not only that, but the UFC is a small circle of guys, especially at the top. You know, you have a champion and a top-ranked guy. These guys are bound to run into each other. They're bound to speak and see each other. So this creates a really awkward situation, I have to imagine, for Eric Nixick of all people. But Ali Abdelaziz would go on Instagram calling the post fake news. Whether real or fake, if there's not beef between Nixick and Abdelaziz, there's clearly smoke with associated parties. Now I'm wondering where this leaves Manel Kape in this situation with his head coach and his manager allegedly beefing. Now, I don't believe it would be the first time that a head coach and a manager don't see eye to eye, so maybe they can work this out if this report is true, but it could be awkward. Manel Kape has already defended Ali Abdelaziz, so does it result in him leaving Extreme Couture? I don't know. It's all speculation from here. I also wonder where this leaves Ali Abdelaziz. You know, in 2021, he actually got banned from the PFL for a separate scuffle that happened, and I wonder if the UFC is going to follow suit and ban him, which could have massive ramifications because Ali manages dozens of fighters, especially top-tier fighters. So it's all just a crazy situation. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.